All right, we are out in the parking lot. Oh, okay, is the music still going? Can I talk? All right, we're in our News 4 parking lot this morning, and we are working with the Whole Hog, and that's the name of this food truck, and we're with Kathleen and Brendan. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Buffalo. Good morning.
And we're very excited to have you here because you guys have been around for a while, but you do mainly like private events or like nonprofit type events and stuff like that in Buffalo. You're not just out there every day.
People have asked, you know, where am I going to be located? And basically, I don't do too much on the Facebook anymore because I do just private events, caterings, weddings, pig roasts, things of that nature. So I don't go to a specific spot anymore, and that costs money to do that, to have permits downtown and
Sure.
and this and that. And I just didn't have. I don't want to. I don't do. Mass food or mass production, so I don't go out and to office complexes and things of that anymore.
Right.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
So
you guys make one heck of a meal in this truck. I know that for sure. We've heard about it. Now, you guys are sustainable. Explain that to folks who are listening right now.
Sustainability, there's so many definitions. That's a very large word. I like to think that when I'm sourcing locally, that I'm keeping the money in the pockets of locally owned businesses, so families. That in a way can be sustainable. Other people might say the sourcing. So if you're sourcing very locally and from local farms and also you know, local distributors, if you will, keeping the money again in, that could be sustainable. What's your definition of sustainability? I mean, it's just sort of keeping it within and
exactly. Sustainable
organic.
is, you know, it references sort of a circle of funds, and a lot of times, you know, when we receive our monies and when we spend them, they go out, and sometimes we put them out elsewhere. And sustainability to me is keeping it local, you know, in our hometown and in our community, and supporting people that we may have met, you know, in our lives.
In your life. Now, we're working with we're doing a chicken dish today.
That's correct.
Now, explain a little bit about that, because I know, Brendan, you debone the whole thing?
Yes, well, my Aunt Kathy stops at the farmer's market, and we picked up a nice pasture-raised chicken, some nice legs, which we, you know, are a great price, and we just take the bone out. Of course, you can buy chicken thighs deboned already, and we're going to make a real nice cutlet out of that with some fresh produce to go along.
And I do want to add that this particular chicken was sourced from Painted Hill Farms, and Bonnie is her name. She owns it, and really wonderful lady. And so, again, you could source chickens. Pardon?
That's great duck eggs too.
She has great duck eggs.
These guys are just loving food. They're just talking duck eggs and all kinds of stuff. All right, we're going to get inside the truck in the next segment, start working on this wonderful chicken dish. We're working with the Whole Hog, but we're making chicken today. We're going to send it right now, though, to Emily in the newsroom. What's up, Emily? And welcome back. We are in the Whole Hog food truck. It's become a popular thing, food trucks in Buffalo. It's like a regular occurrence every day. You see a different food truck. Today we're with Whole Hog. Kathleen and Brendan are here, and you guys run the ship.
Yes, we do.
This is it, right here. This is the whole crew.
Well, my nephew Brendan here, he's a chef up at Tabray.
Right.
I broke my wing, so I called him up, and it's a very special day, and we'll tell you about that later. And Brendan's just being very kind to get up as early as he is on this day and come and help me out. He's going to be chopping for us today. So.
All right. Now, we are making a little bit of a chicken cutlet dish, right?
Yes, we are. It's a chicken cutlet. We sourced the chicken legs at the Bidwell Farmers Market from Painted Hill Farm. I think I mentioned that earlier from Bonnie. So what Brendan's going to help me do is we're going to do a standard breading procedure. We're going to bread up this cutlet, fry it up in a little bit of olive oil here, and we're going to serve it with some locally grown produce like the lettuce, tomato, and we're going to top it off with some sour cream that's got chipotles in it.
Good stuff. And coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to have some photographs of Kathleen actually selecting the local homegrown stuff that she uses. So we're going to show you that. But you're also using, instead of regular breadcrumbs, you're using a matzah meal breadcrumb?
That's correct. I mean, you did just catch that. And we're going to season it up, but there's no reason in the world, it even says here, why you can't substitute it for breadcrumbs. So I figured I'd rather use matzah meal. So
why not? Right now, I bet there's not a lot of salt in there. Like a lot of breadcrumbs have a lot of that heavy salt and flavoring, right?
That's correct. We're going to season it ourselves.
So it's still going to have flavor, but you're not going to have all that extra added stuff in it, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And we're also doing rice and beans. That's a vegan food, so that's what I use as vegan food anyway. And we'll top it off with a fresh pico de gallo. And again, Brendan's going to show us the sort of standard how you make a fresh pico de gallo. So for this summer.
And for folks at home trying to make this this recipe in particular,
Easy.
not too hard, right?
Not hard at all.
Not too hard. And yeah, we should mention that even though they are called the Whole Hog, they do have a vegan menu.
Yes, we do. Yeah, I work with all diets and anything that's locally, you know, available. That's what we work with. We change our diet a lot. So
Right.
our menu.
Well, you got to change it up. That's healthy.
Yes, you do.
All right. We're going to get started on the recipe here, and then when we come back, we're going to show you what the finished product looks like. And we're obviously going to show you some photographs, I believe, right now, or are we tossing it back into the studio? Okay, back to the couch, guys. Hey, thanks, guys. We are cooking with the Whole Hog today in their truck, and we're making a little bit of a chicken cutlet dish, and we're with Kathleen and Brendan. We've got some ingredients here. Let's quickly go over what we're cooking with.
Okay, what we're going to work with real quick here is the chicken thigh was sourced here from Painted Hill Farms at the farmer's market. Locally. My nephew here, Brendan, who is a chef up at Tebray, is going to jump in. So he's got French technique down, which is a standard breading procedure. So here we go, Brendan. I'm gonna hand you
Okay,
this.
so Brendan's going to hop in here, and these guys work as a team. And Kathleen actually worked on a ship. She cooked, and she's used to cooking in tight quarters, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am. So.
All right, now an interesting ingredient we're using, instead of breadcrumbs, we're using matzo meal, and you can do that instead of breadcrumbs, right?
That's correct. It can be substituted, and these herbs, MAP always gives me some herbs that I can dry up, and you just make your own breaded style crumbs right here. So.
Beautiful, and we should keep mentioning that all of the stuff you're seeing, all the ingredients, everything, folks, is locally sourced. So, you know, Kathleen is out there looking for the best ingredients that are made right here, including a lot of their hot sauce. This company. Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, this woman named Valerie, she started up her own small company, and so she's an entrepreneur on the way here, and she's making these incredible hot sauces, and they're very unique. You're not going to find anything, because you see there's 3 different kinds here.
Yeah.
Mango orange is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
You've got the aftershock and the tequila lime. She just uses great ingredients, makes a great product, and I source from her. Again, my sourcing is it's vital. It's very important to me. So anything from hot sauces, chicken, produce. I try to get everything on the west side.
Yeah.
Any other things that I source, like olive oils, comes from the meeting place.
Okay.
That
Right,
also is on
everyone
the
knows
west
that.
side.
And we have some photographs, actually, of Kathleen. We could probably put them up on the screen now, of her selecting all these wonderful ingredients. As, of course, Brendan is working the burner back here. We'll get to that in a second. He's got the little chicken breast that he butchered beautifully. It's frying up in a pan right now. Now, what are you using to cook this in? A little olive oil, or what do you got?
We are using an olive oil, yes.
Gives it a little flavor.
It gives it a nice flavor, exactly. Yeah, it goes well with the matzo meal and the thyme and all that.
Yeah. Now, does the matzo meal cook a little quicker or slower than a regular breadcrumb?
It is a pretty dry product. Matzo, you know, by nature is definitely a dry sort of bread, but it's going to cook up the same way as other breadcrumbs would. So if you're used to using an all-purpose Italian breadcrumb seasoning or something like that, you're not going to have to alter your methods at all.
Okay, now I am smelling a little herb scent right now, and I know you, Kathleen, put some herbs in there. What is that exactly again?
Absolutely. That's just some thyme that Kathleen got from Massachusetts Avenue Project, and what's nice is if you can't go through all of it, you can leave it out on your countertop and then it'll dry, and then you can use it in your breadcrumbs and other soups and stews. And
it lasts forever. It's a timeless classic.
Exactly.
So bad.
Yeah,
that was a terrible pun. Back to you, Brendan. What do we make? How long does this take when we make this piece of chicken in the pan here?
It's depending on the heat, it's probably going to take about 10 to 12 minutes. With using olive oil, it does have a higher smoke point than using canola, so we do want to use olive oil, so I'm keeping it at a little bit of a lower temperature.
Right. You don't want to burn it.
Just so that the oil itself doesn't burn. Okay. But yeah, about 10, 12 minutes.
10, 12 minutes, so like 5 or 6 on each side?
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Now,
It looks good.
yeah, and it smells great right now, but you got to make sure it's cooked. Now, now Kathleen is going to get something else prepared. What are we working on over here at this station?
This is what we're going to do here with the cutlet, because everything doesn't have to be a sandwich on my food truck, as it, you know. So we dance around, and sometimes this time of year I want to offer the greens. I did just source this yesterday. Watercress. This is the romaine. It's all from Massachusetts Avenue. They're on the west side.
Yeah, right.
And
Not too far from here.
they're an amazing urban farm. It's everything that I stand by and believe in. They are what's called a recirculating farm,
Right.
and that's because they do aquaponics style, which is having fish fertilize, if you will, all the produce, and everything just kind of works in synergy and works in unity. So.
And that looks really delicious. I mean, that looks like something you'd buy at the supermarket.
Yeah,
And you got it out of somebody's yard, practically.
We did. It did come from, locally, and
Yeah.
what we're going to do is, so yes, somebody can get a sandwich, but I want to show that you can get a nice bed of lettuce. There's some watercress. We're going to throw a little bit of tomato on here. I'm going to give them a couple little pepper wedges here. Actually, Brendan, if you don't mind doing that for me, just a few more. Put on here. Then we're going to put the cutlet. We're going to slice it quickly, put it on top. Now you've got a chicken salad sandwich.
And it's a light dish, even and you guys do have the pulled pork, but if you look at their menu, we'll show you that in a minute. They do have a variety of stuff it's healthy as well if you're watching your waistline. And we do have a little bit less than a minute left, so we'll probably show the finished product in a few minutes once the chicken's cooked. But
I'm going to move over here.
Okay.
Again, because
Great.
The next thing we're going to do is vegan food, and we've already made the rice. Okay, so the rice.
That's brown rice there.
It is. Yes, it is. And there's a little cumin in here, a little chipotle, a little fresh spring onion, fresh garlic. And what we're going to do is, if you hand me the legume, the beans, we've already heated these up.
Oh, those look pretty big too.
These are called Roman.
Oh,
So
Roman.
they're different. It's like a pinto, but
Yeah.
so these are the Roman. This is a vegan, full-on, 100% protein bowl, and we're going to give it a little pico de gallo here.
Yeah, and for the vegans out there, you guys have something for them as well. So a little bit of everything. Oh, that looks beautiful. Look at the color
if
on
they
that.
want sour cream, they're not vegan, we'll plop that on there. The sour cream has a little bit of chipotle in there and a little bit of fresh lime.
A little spice and
So-
some lime in there.
Yeah,
Huh?
these are the buzz ingredients right now. They've been around for decades, but
All of a sudden, they're making their
so there we go.
comeback here. Okay.
Chicken, the rice and beans, and we're going to do
All right.
a very special dessert when you guys come back.
All right. Well,
Very special.
basically, Kathleen just tossed it to break for us, but we're going to show you that chicken when we get back and kind of deconstruct that dish into something really special. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. We're in the Whole Hog food truck, and we've actually made a delicious chicken cutlet. Brendan, you're going to slice this up for us right now?
I am, yes.
All right, and you're going to slice it a little to the side, right? That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to go on a beautiful bed of lettuce, all locally grown produce here, folks. This is all from Massachusetts Avenue, right, Kathleen?
Massachusetts Avenue Project. Yes, indeed it is.
Stuff. All right, that is the first helping, finally, in your view right now. And what are we going to do with it?
Sell it for $6. So that's
$6?
It's affordable. You can buy local, and you can serve it at a reasonable price as long as you have a passionate chef behind the stove.
Okay, now,
Straight up. You
with
can
the
do everything.
leftovers, what are we going to do with
What we're
it?
going to do is real quick, because Brendan, if you don't mind, I want you to cube this a little bit for me.
Okay.
Cube it, throw it back in the pan, a quick toss, and we're going to add it to the rice and beans.
Rice and bean mixture.
And
That is
then-
great on its own. But
It is, and then what you could do is you could take it almost like a potluck to a party. It's rice, beans, the chicken, everything's local. It becomes like a bean and rice salad.
and those
So
are Roman
restaurant.
beans, right?
They're Romans, yes they are. Yeah,
ones,
sometimes they
big
do
ones.
pintos, this, that.
Yeah, those are
But
pretty
you see
big.
what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and you could, let's say you're going to a family reunion or something like this. Line up a bowl with some of the organic lettuce and then just throw in this salad and you've got what's considered a rice and bean Southwest salad.
And it's really amazing that you breaded that with matzah.
Matzah meal.
Matzah meal. It looks like regular breadcrumbs.
We're all denominations in this truck.
Absolutely. All right, now we have a special moment here because it's Brendan's birthday today. How old are you? How old are you?
26.
26. Wow. All right.
So we're going to do a flambe.
We're going to do a flambe here, which means somebody's going to lose an eyebrow.
He's got the brain.
Possibly. All right.
Done this before?
All right, he's done it before, folks. Watch this happen. Brendan is making his own birthday dish right
We've
now.
got some sour cherries, some blueberries, and some peaches, all fresh from the market. These are all just starting to come out. And a little bit of sugar in the pan. Let them caramelize just a tiny bit. Some of the juices come out. Hit it with a little bit of brandy. Be careful.
Watch this.
Not to put too much in. And don't put it in when it's still on the flame.
Ah, that's the trick.
When you step back, give it a
we
little bit of
go.
a toss. Tilt the pan if need to be.
A little anticlimactic here, by the way.
Let's
Oh,
make
wow. Now I'm smelling that. Here we go.
There we go.
flambe. We got flambe. Julia Child.
You know, we're doing it in the food truck here, so I don't want to put too much brandy in them and
All right.
light my eyebrows on fire.
Well, no one lost an eyebrow, and we made three wonderful dishes. Happy birthday to Brendan. We're running out of time here, but they're trying to get something ready here. We got a little local ice cream and the shortcake here. You see what's happening, folks. This is a great truck, and they're good for all kind of events you might have.
Quaker
And
Bar
check them
makes
out.
Local ice cream, cinnamon ice cream.
There you go.
She's amazing.
Okay. Check out the Whole Hog on Facebook, guys, and of course, check us out on wingit.tv. Back to you in the studio.